Hey, Billy.
What's up, Andrew?
I have so much shit to talk about, man.
Brother, we have so much shit to talk about.
You know what? Let's make a fucking podcast.
But what are we going to call it?
How about so much shit to talk about?
I love it.
I love us.
Got so much shit to talk about. Got so much shit to talk about.
We've got so much shit to talk about.
Hi. Welcome to So Much Shit to Talk About podcast. I am a co-host, Andrew, and this is
Hey, my name's Ty.
Ty Phillips.
Ty Phillips. My name is Billy, and man, you guys look different. Something's changed about these guys.
It's the Rick and Morty calendar.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And you don't have the headphones on.
That's what it was.
Now we gotta start all over.
Now we look
There
as we
go.
always do. So that's good.
And I do have a brand on me. Unlike the last video we did.
Look at that.
Not a sponsor.
You ain't gonna find one on me today.
Yeah, we switched roles.
Nobody. Well, you see, ever since I've been drinking this kombucha, I guess I've just realized that, everything at face value is just, it's so materialistic. Like, Andrew, what?
I'm materialistic.
Why do you need, is this shirt made of mossy oak?
Actually, I think so.
Okay, well, that's a different...
Peat moss, I think, is what they used for this shirt. They got peat moss and they wove it together.
And they realized it was mossy. Oh, man.
It wasn't from an oak, though. I don't think peat moss comes from an oak, so yeah.
Oak is my favorite kind of wood, and it just kills me to think that people are going through the forest and destroying thousands and thousands of innocent yolk. I just said yolk because... because I fucked up. That's
Yolk
why.
are people, too.
I don't care. I'll edit that shit out. Think I won't?
No, you won't.
Think I won't?
No, you won't. We do not edit.
That he knows of.
We also noticed that the lighting was a little bit off.
Yeah.
So we moved the light, and hopefully it turns out better.
I think...
last video, it looked similar to this, and then when we uploaded it, I am white. I am a very pale individual.
He is.
He is a little darker than me.
Not that
Still
dark,
white, though.
Still very white. Still so white. It's not all right.
I gotta take my label off of my water.
That concludes my improvisational singing.
So I don't have my Brita water. We did not do a podcast or video last week. I was sick. I had a bacterial infection. So I have since gotten rid of the water bottle because it would harbor the bacteria that gave me the infection. And I got rid of my toothbrush head because it would also do that. And I pretty much did anything that I put my mouth on. And that's why I haven't touched him for a while.
It's true.
But here I am. Got the amoxicillin. I'm all ready to go.
He's been so distant.
It's been 10 days, I think.
I've missed you.
And
Am I allowed to open up?
No.
Can I be vulnerable here for a moment?
We saw each other Sunday.
So? We did. For two shamelesses.
It's a long time to be with either of us.
Andrew and the wifey had to skip out a week when they were both feeling not good.
Yeah, we were both sick. She was sick for like 3 weeks.
Good news for you guys if you're tired of hearing us talk about Shameless. There's only 2 episodes left.
It's not
That's
good.
bad news for us as Shameless fans because that show is the bomb.
Yeah. We are also Brooklyn Nine-Nine fans.
Yes. Huge.
But I don't think we'll start on that.
There's too many.
Granted, we didn't start at Shameless episode 1.
That is true.
We just started season 8. We just started doing it,
Hey, maybe when it comes back from its fucking feels like forever mid-season finale, we'll start talking about some B99, man.
Wait, isn't it this month that it comes back?
Oh, I don't believe so.
I thought it was like the 28th.
I don't think they come... Well, unless something weird was going on last season where they took a huge mid-season finale, they did not come back till like March. It was weird.
You know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it's March.
Oh, it was weird.
I get my letters confused all the time. So, another awesome positive thing, as you can see, he is vaping. Yes, we will make fun of him, and he will make fun of himself. But
yes,
it beats the shit out of smoking.
I am smoking less cigarettes every day because of this vape pen. I will say this: it does not satisfy like a good old fashioned cigarette. It just doesn't. Like right now, I'd kill to just have one like that. But it does help me. I'm down. I'm under a pack a day right now, which I was slightly exceeding a pack a day before. So, yay!
I feel like you were smoking more than a pack a day.
Oh my god, man! Oh my god! Slightly, yeah.
But I mean, it's way better. I know when Amanda started, she had a little pen, but she did not like not having a cigarette still.
Yeah.
And I smoked when I was in like 6th or 7th grade.
Good Lord!
I had one pack of Marlboro Reds. It took me half the pack to learn how to actually inhale.
Oh,
and
didn't you like pass out?
And then I just didn't like it. I was like, this is stupid. I didn't like how it smelled. I hated it. It gave me a headache.
Oh, my first cigarette got
my grandma
me
and grandpa
stoned.
smoked all the time too. So, and I hated it.
People from like our grandparents' generation. Now those were fucking smokers.
My grandpa smoked since he was 14. He
Dude.
lived to be like 84.
Yeah, like deuce packs a day too, I bet. My grandparents, like, that's why even as a smoker, I don't like the smell of smoke. It's because my grandparents' house. I mean, we're talking 2 packs a day each. So that's 4 packs of cigarettes being just, yeah. Well, for an asthmatic child, ugh.
Every year, I lived with my grandparents.
Good
Every
judgment,
year,
Mom.
We would have to paint the ceilings white because they would turn tan and gross yellow. And the solution was, well, let's go get a bucket of paint, paint the ceiling. Grandma's smoking in the house still. Yeah, it's crazy.
The clouds. I'm still not used to it. Like, I'll be in the cab driving, and I'll blow a cloud, and then I can't see anything in front of me. I'm like, shit! What did I do?
Gets his heart pumping.
It does. Just imagine. Okay, let's do a little.
And it's gone.
Oh, fuck! Where's the road? It's a child! It's my heart pumping so fast.
See my heart? I'm actually not sure if I got this or if she got it. I feel like
it's from the Healthy Organs for a Healthy Body Medical Academic Center in Carmel, Indiana. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. I feel like I got it from a convention I went to from work. But then she gives blood, so like wouldn't it make sense to give out a heart to squeeze right before you give blood?
It is your blood pumping muscle.
Yeah.
If my memory serves me correct,
I don't know.
that muscle pumps blood.
Speaking about hearts.
Yes.
Oh, well, that was
Kevin.
I was gonna say Carl.
Oh yeah, well Carl. Oh yeah.
Man, a lot has happened in the 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about episode.
You want to
9.
do Shameless first?
We'll do Shameless.
All
first.
right, let's do Shameless first.
We'll do synapsi.
The synapsi
of 9 and 10.
That's plural for synopsis.
So the fugues.
The Fugees.
The fugues. Because I like the fugue state.
The fugues. The Fugees. Killing me softly.
Ford. I'm gonna read it straight from IMDb.
He is.
Ford invites Fiona to bowling with his exes, but he doesn't say, hey, come bowl with my exes. He says, hey, some friends and I are meeting up at this hipster bowling alley. Doesn't he say hipster bowling alley? I don't know, but
probably
the bowling alley is fucking legit.
He's like, a hipster.
I would love to go to that bowling alley, though. They have, like, leather couches down there, and it's gorgeous, but I digress.
It's unlike any bowling alley I've ever seen.
Yeah. Chicago is where it's at, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets there, and she gets to like introducing herself and being introduced to everyone and finds out one lady lived with him. And she's like, what? And she's like, oh, no, it was years ago. And then she finds out that the other lady was with him. And then she finds out that the other lady was with him. And every girl there has been with him. And that he is just like this multilingual person. And all these women speak different languages. And they're all very attractive, objectively.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're very hipster.
Yeah, for sure.
Very
And I think
hipster.
Fiona felt a little taken back and
She
probably hurt.
Probably.
Because that's how Fiona is. But it was crazy. And then she gets this call because they had to have her roof tarred that a gentleman fell off the roof.
Mm-hmm. Broke his ankle.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time grasping
fell from a
that.
tall roof and broke his ankle.
It's at least a 2-story building. I thought it looked like it was 3 stories. So it's like 30, 40 foot drop. And they say he broke his ankle. And that's it. Just broke his ankle. So maybe he fell up the ladder climbing up there. Or on his walk to the building, he rolled it hard.
More likely.
How do you fall 40 feet and only break one ankle?
Ford, by the way, is who we've been referring to as the Irish woodworker. So, because let's be honest, every time you see this guy, he's working on a piece of wood, unless he's at a bowling alley or a hospital. He's working on a piece of wood.
He's always working on a wood.
He is. He also has never portrayed a sense of humor yet.
Yeah, still hasn't. I think he tried to crack a joke on
A
episode
joke?
10. Yeah, but I can't
Ford,
remember.
are you telling jokes?
Oh, what else happened in episode 9? Because I really remember episode 10.
It's really hard because they're like blending together. Okay, so Frank gets caught by a Mountie in this episode. The group that he had with him that he was taking to Canada, they scattered except for one man who hung back and
Ichi man.
and he asked Frank to finish the job. He said, I'm not turning back. And since they were handcuffed to each other via the Mounties, Frank really didn't have much of a choice. So these guys embark on a little journey where they end up in a stable where Frank is able to chop the handcuffs off, which separates them from each other. However, he, as a man of his word, decides to try to help the guy still, so they steal a horse. After, I might say, Frank punches out a little girl.
Yes. Yeah. She's like 8, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably closer to 7.
I mean, she's a little girl.
She's screaming for her dad because they're trying to steal her horse. Because he's like, no, just hold on. And then she just keeps going, and he goes, pop!
He jacked
And
her.
then it just dropped. And
It was funny.
I could not
mean,
believe it. I mean, I can.
I
can. But
that's why it's so funny.
That's why it's so frank.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah. It's like, of course he would. Of course.
I mean, we've seen him hit Ian, right?
What's funny is
Gosh.
they barely make it away from this place, and the horse is rendered useless to them because they get thrown off, and it
fucking
just
trots
kind
away.
of trots away. Now, this guy has a bummed leg and needs to rest. So, Frank sets him up
From
against the
falling off
log.
the horse, he hurts his knee.
Yes, he hurts his knee from the fall off of the horse. Frank sets the guy up with a nice cozy little spot up against the log. And as soon as the guy's asleep, I mean, what would Frank do?
He franks out.
He fucking franks out. He
He
takes
didn't frank
off.
out hard though.
No, he
because
didn't
he
frank
left
out
the guy
hard.
some money.
He did. He
Like
left the guy
$20.
a little bit of money.
I mean,
took the rest of it.
yeah, which it was his money in the first place.
And
So
hauled ass back to America, where Frank really wants to be.
he showed up to a Costco.
Yeah, he gets out and he's like, middleweight, or wait, what does it say? Overweight minimum wage workers buying discount items.
Yeah, something crazy.
God damn, it's good to be back in America. Good old Frank.
Man, is it? Hold on. Let me just read. Can I just read episode 10s right now?
hang on though. But okay.
Well, because like Ian has been going and continues to go to these homophobic pastures, these conversion churches, and talking to them. Is this the one where he resuscitates the guy?
In this one, yes.
I think so.
Yes,
so they go in this church and they start to do his thing, and they get ushered out real quick. And then they decide to stand outside and do free speech and whatever protest. So the pastor ends up coming out, and he's telling them to leave, and they're chanting at him like,
"Dry humping is Jesus' love."
Yeah, dry humping.
Nipple licking is Jesus' love.
Munching is
Carpet
Jesus'
munching
love.
is Jesus' love. Butt bumping is Jesus' love.
So like they just keep yelling all these things. Fucker has a heart attack.
Yeah.
Well, Ian's an EMT, so Ian performs CPR, mouth to mouth, brings him back to life, and like he blows up from there in episode 10 too. And from what it looked like, he's going to continue to do it, but I have a suspicion that he's going to have a break soon. I think he's going to have a mental break. I don't think his medicine's going to work, or he's going to end up going off of it, or, you know, because things don't just go right for a Gallagher.
Not a Gallagher. No.
Something goes wrong.
Not in this lifetime.
Not in this season, especially.
Yeah.
So, you know, the pastor, the homophobic pastor, has to be like, wow, you know, this gay person just saved my life.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Mouth to mouth.
Yeah.
From a homosexual.
His lips were on his.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll just go into episode 10. Ian's fame in the LGBTQIA community explodes.
Wait, how many letters are in that now?
Yeah, 7. There's actually more. That's why I just see
That's too many. I don't know what all those mean.
LGBTQ plus. Lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer is all I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a bunch.
Is the A maybe asexual?
I don't want to
assume.
No. So yeah, Ian's fame in that community explodes, but the sudden surge of followers may be more than he can handle. Frank, however, finds a way to cash in. Meanwhile, Fiona struggles with her conscience when she learns about a worker who fell from her roof, and Lip realizes his relationship with Professor Ewens may not have been as special as he thought. I want to start there.
Yeah.
Because you know how Professor Ewens was so good to Lip. Tremendous. Mm-hmm. He died.
Big spoiler there, by the way.
Hey, if you're actually watching this, you know we're spoiling it. So I hope you fucking watch.
That's what we do.
So he goes to see him. He's been giving him money in his commissary, and the lady's like, he's dead. There was an accident. He didn't make it. Next of kin was notified. Peace out. So he goes to Professor Ewan's house. Professor Ewan's daughter's there. She is really rude.
She is. She's a bitch.
Like, I understand.
I'll say it.
He was a bitch. He was a bad dad to her and stuff, and she's upset that now she has to do all this and blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. But it's aggravating to see how rude she was to him. Like,
don't forget though, man. Grief is a process, and everyone is definitely entitled to handle it their own way. Just remember that. Be kind to one another, okay?
No.
Because you never know.
All he is saying is be kind to one another.
Please. Please.
Song over. So he goes to the wake, the celebration of life, and he has a speech planned out, and somebody gets up there and they start to talk about how impactful Professor Ewens was to them, and this other person talks about how he would just listen to him no matter what. This other person talks about the internships that they would get, and they all are talking about the same thing, and Lip is sitting there thinking that Professor Ewens really just loved him. And
I thought I was the only special motherfucker in this man's life.
it turns out he wasn't. And
No.
he was not happy about that either.
Turns out Ewens was just the kind of guy to really invest himself into people if he saw potential.
Yeah.
So he's helped a multitude of people over the years. I'm getting blown up by someone.
Yes, you are.
In reference to that, we're filming on my phone, and I just keep getting these little texts coming across the screen. I can't talk right now. God.
So, yeah, that happened, and then the daughter, like, he ends up walking out. He's upset, you know. He misses Ewens. He wish he could have helped him more. He didn't get to talk about what he wanted. He realized he was special.
Peace, Ewens.
His daughter, well, he goes to the bike shop and beats the fuck out of bikes. Messes the place up for no reason. Come on. Grief. So,
Those were nice bikes. Please don't do it.
I don't know how he's going to pay for it. His daughter, Professor Ewan's daughter, is at Lip's house, which how does she know where he's at? I don't know how she know. She stalked him, and she gives him a note that Professor Ewan's wrote, and she says, "I've never heard him talk about anyone's mind like he has yours." And he doesn't even read the note, does he?
No.
Wait, does he? I don't know. I don't remember. He like hands the note right back to her.
Yeah, I don't think he read it.
And she's like, "You don't want this?" And then he said something like, "No."
Something like that. But, you know, here's what's going on with Lip right now. In the previous episode, in episode 9...
Was it that episode? Or was it two?
He was banging the tatted up Asian girl at the bike shop
getting
still.
ready, yeah. Getting ready to bang her in the shop. In the shop.
Right. Well, but if you ask me, he's got a good thing going there, and he just keeps hanging on to this Sierra girl who's only going to bring drama. Here's what's happened. Sierra's boyfriend / baby daddy got another girl pregnant when they weren't together, and he hasn't told Sierra yet. So obviously when Sierra finds out, which Lip, by the way, had to hold back that information and not tell her, even though he knew. So once Sierra finds out, she's crushed, and she runs back to Lip, of course, for comfort. She walks in on Lip getting ready to bang the girl from the bike shop. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name.
Me either.
But she's hot. And she kind of breaks that up, and Lip screws up and goes after Sierra and just kind of leaves the girl. She was a little embarrassed, I think. And then that girl's daughter tells Lip, "You fucked up.
No.
You pissed her off."
Not her daughter. Not her daughter. It's her niece.
I'm sorry, that is her niece.
It is her sister's daughter. That she sometimes watches.
That's
definitely not her daughter. Because
That's true.
She has said multiple times that she doesn't really want kids.
Yes, that is correct.
That is correct. He does end up going to Sierra's house and like talking to her or whatever.
Yes.
And then he is like, he had to ignore a call. He says, well, they ended up banging, and he starts leaving in the middle of the night, and she wakes up, and she's like, "You're leaving?" And he says, "Yeah, I don't really want to stay here." I'm pretty sure that's what he says. He says, "I really don't want to stay here," or "I shouldn't stay here." I don't know. He puts it in a way like, this is a mistake. Where does he go after that?
To the bike shop.
Does he end up talking to her right after that? Because that's not when she says you fucked up, is it?
Yeah, that's when she says
Okay.
you fucked up.
Okay. Which I
think.
couldn't, like, it's always a bad move to go and have coitus, and then while you still smell like that person's bodily fluids, you go to another individual and say, "Hey, what's up?" I was just wanting to see where we're at on a relationship level because she's going to be mad.
And she goes, "My God, you smell foul." I'm sorry.
So she's like, "Yeah, we're good. Everything's chill." And that's when that little girl says, "You fucked up." She's pissed.
She's pissed. Shouldn't
have done that.
I like how they just ask her to go to the office.
Yeah.
They want to bang. Like, hey,
Go play your game in the
go
office.
play your game in the office. I'm about to bang your aunt.
Frank, he's just when it says Frank's cashing in, he's just making shirts for Ian's gay Jesus thing. He's having Liam help him too, and Ian comes down and like talks shit about the lettering, and Liam looks up like, "Motherfucker," because he's the one that's writing all of the letters. And Ian's just like, "It looks like shit," but yeah, he's just trying to sell stuff for that. Ian gets invited to this church with a huge congregation of people to talk. It's a gay friendly church. I don't know. I can't remember what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the right terminology, so I do
Probably
apologize.
a clever acronym.
Yeah, but he goes there to talk to everybody and pretty much instill hope, and he's realizing that he is a big part of how people get through their day now, and what he's saying is mattering, and it's maybe mattering more than Trevor's relationship with him.
He's becoming a very big deal, like a gay folk hero kind of situation happening.
Not just gay though, because he talks about trans too. I mean, he pretty much covers it all on that.
Yeah, but I mean that's essentially they're just kind of using the word gay though. They just,
yeah, true.
They
do say Church of Gay Jesus.
They just really hammer the word gay in. Yeah, maybe they're not being real appropriate by not broadening that. Maybe that's poor writing. That is writing by insensitive people.
There's one thing that I don't like. It's poor writing by insensitive people.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
Pisses me right off.
It's better to be pissed on than pissed off.
I'm getting kind of tired. Okay, at first I liked Kevin V's, but now they're really just sticking to the same thing every episode now. Every time they're on camera, Kev just tells somebody to do something and then goes out of his way to say that he's being dominant.
Yeah.
They're running that into the ground.
And I really didn't like how he said the bacon isn't crisp enough. Go make it again. Like
this bacon.
Like she looked pissed.
It's not
too.
crispy enough. Go make it again.
It wasn't a good.
I liked it. It was funny. See
It
that
is
one I
like
didn't
shitty.
have a problem with. It's like it's the one where he keeps going dominance.
Well, that's when
Boom.
he started it. It was right there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's the first one he did.
Yeah.
They do help Svetlana try to find a person. Thankfully, they do see that she is a human being.
Yeah.
And even though she's messed up royally done some really, really bad things,
She did.
they do realize that she's still a human being, and they're trying to help her out with some things. Whether that
They're
works
good
out,
people.
no.
They're
'Cause
good people.
She just keeps trying to grab dick.
It's kept. Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah.
She's not gonna get a
No.
ringer for a long time.
Her go-to move is to grab some cack and just poor thing. She's trying to separate herself mentally from the whore she's always been.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, man, I think Shameless has been pretty good this year so far. I happened to read today a little article that said that nothing can save this season of Shameless. So I'm guessing that that article was written by someone who's been less than pleased with the way the story is played out.
See, it's interesting to me because I've really enjoyed it.
I've thought it's been a fun, entertaining season so far. Just I don't have.
I
any
mean, some things are
complaints.
predictable, but I feel like that is the way with anything.
Yeah, once
Like
you know the
anything I
characters.
watch, it gets predictable, and it's really hard to. So I did not expect Professor Ewens to die.
No.
That's a big hit.
Yeah, I kind of thought.
But I like that they killed him off.
Kind of thought Lip was going to keep trying to look for ways to get him out of jail or something. But
All right, so we're done with that.
that's the last 2 episodes of Shameless, guys. Moving on.
We have a very exciting topic to talk about.
Oh my god.
So one thing we're gonna probably start doing. I'm a Redditor. I don't know if you frequent the Reddit. I know you know about it, but
I used to.
So we're gonna talk about like something on the top stories. So when I got on Reddit when he came over, we noticed the very top story was actually, it says report, : porn star said she had a year-long affair with Trump in 2006. So obviously we have to talk about that. Click. And we haven't read it ahead of time. So,
No.
And I'm not apologizing. Do you need to hear this? Or would you like me to pause it? It's only a minute and 6 seconds long.
Hey, let's go for it then.
All right.
Yeah.
A porn star said she had a year-long affair with Donald Trump. Paid to keep silence. With how many more?
About it before the 2016 presidential
Okay, the
campaign.
affair reportedly took place a decade earlier, according to Slate magazine. The Wall Street Journal reported on Friday the alleged sum was $130,000 for her to keep quiet
That's it.
before the election.
Stephanie Clifford, an
Stephanie
adult
Clifford.
film actress known as Stormy Daniels, told Slate that the first time she met Trump at a 2006 celebrity golf tournament in Nevada. She told Slate this was where she and Trump had the first of many sexual encounters. At the time, Trump had been married to Melania for less than 2 years. Melania. Who
I
gives
like
a
Melania
shit?
better.
Who gives a shit?
The reporters deny it. Go figure. So, can you say you're surprised?
I'm surprised that it took this long to come out.
Well, I've heard a lot
There's-
of different rumors about porn
gonna-
stars and him
There's
too.
going to be a slew of these. I guarantee it.
Well, there already has been, but now I mean, maybe they can see more. Maybe there's more transparency with this one.
Well, I read that they'd been gathering cases from over a dozen women, but, I mean, honestly, it's going to be a shit ton of women. It's going to be a shit ton of women, and there's probably going to be some that take additional payoffs to keep shut. I'm sure.
I just, like her name's Cliff. I think Clifford the Big Red Dog. You know. I could never be with somebody with anyone named Clifford.
Stephanie Clifford.
I don't have to be with anyone else because I'm married and I love you, babe.
Well, you can call her by her stage name, Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels is pretty sick. Babe, you want to change your name?
Told him.
JK, I respect my women.
These rumors have circulated time and again since 2011. President Trump once again vehemently denies any such occurrence, as has Miss Daniels.
He does not know the word vehemently. I guarantee Trump does not know what that means.
Probably not.
So he didn't come up with that.
But I've also seen this word used more than ever in my life, ever since sexual accusations have come out. I'm like, did people suddenly just learn this word so they could deny sexual accusations?
Yeah.
They're like, I need a strong, powerful word to let people know just how much I deny these. How about vehemently, sir?
So I guess... So Stormy Daniels, or Stephanie Clifford...
Stormy Daniels. Let's keep it sexy.
She signed and dated a letter on January 10th, 2018, denying rumors of hush money from Trump and calling them completely false. So, was she paid more? So she is saying it's false.
Yes.
But it reads that she is the one, a porn star who's reportedly paid. So who's reporting it? Just Slate magazine?
What I want to know...
This came out. Does
this woman live in California? Because $130,000 isn't even an annual income out there. You mean to tell me She's gonna keep her mouth shut about some shit she did with Donald Trump for less than a annual salary.
I think most porn comes from California, so I would say it's safe to say she's from California.
I would think so.
I watched a documentary about porn, and like they all get flown to California. I'm pretty sure.
It's like the breeding grounds.
I would think it would be Nevada. You got Vegas right there. If porn starring doesn't work out, you just go bang somebody for money. I do not condone any of that because most porn stars are in a fucked up situation. They've been lied to, and there's an abuse of power that goes on, and they're usually drugged up and not willingly.
High suicide rate.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
These are old recycled reports which were published and strongly denied prior to the election, the White House said in a separate statement.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Who knows? Who knows?
Stephanie Gregory Clifford. What kind of name is that?
Her middle and last name are a man's first name. Stephanie Gregory Clifford,
a.k.a. Stormy Daniels, is referred to by the pseudonym Peggy Peterson. Man, she has so many names. And
yes,
Blank is referred to by the pseudonym David Dennison, the document said. So, and Blank, is that going to be Trump? And Trump is referred to as David Dennison? Because it's just a blank right here.
Dennis.
I'm on Yahoo News, but it was a top story on Reddit.
Oh yeah, when did that switch? When did that switch?
Well, it's on Reddit because somebody posted it to like a world news. So when you click on the link, it takes you to the link of the article.
I gotcha. Oh shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a picture of Daniels.
Yeah.
Wait.
Doesn't do a thing for me.
Yes, it is Stormy Daniels.
Yeah.
Those are not nice.
No.
They're covered up, but they're too far apart. They're too far down.
Too big.
Well, I don't know about that. But I don't know. Anyways, enough about her bosoms.
She looks rough.
Daniels said she was talking to me and sharing these details because Trump was stalling on finalizing the confidentiality agreement and paying her. Wiesenberg?
Sounds feasible.
Wait, who's this Wiesenberg?
Weisberg, it looks like.
Wiesen. I like Wiesenberg better. Given her experience with Trump, she suspected he would stall her until after the election and then refuse to sign or pay up. In the months, Clifford... Clifford's the girl. The big red dog. Come on. Told Weisenberg that.
I'll bet he gave her the big red dog. The big red dong.
It doesn't look like she has much of a butt.
How can you tell that from the front?
Hey,
we're literally looking at a picture at her from the front.
Hey.
This guy's like, she doesn't look like she has much of a butt.
You can tell. She's got no hips.
She's got a huge big toe.
She has a pretty big belly button.
Are these stretch marks?
It
looks like she was wearing a belt.
That's her jeans.
That's where she was sitting down and the jeans were digging into her stomach.
Yeah, that's embarrassing as shit.
Yeah, they are.
This story isn't, but
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Not at all.
According to Wait, is that her? Drake with Donald. Who's Drake? Damn it, we gotta read stuff. Does she have another name? Clifford told him.
If she has another name, another porn star, Jessica Drake, accused Trump of sexual assault. The alleged incident occurred at the same 2006 golf tournament where Clifford said she first met... Man, he was at this golf tournament just slamming porn star ass all over the place. Going, "You're welcome. I know that feels fantastic, doesn't it? You're welcome. Hold on. I'm almost done. I promise. Believe me, you're going to be happy." Well, there's a picture of them together.
I mean,
at
yeah,
this
it's got
golf
a
tournament.
picture of the Drake, Stormy Drake.
His
No.
hand's probably on her ass in
Jessica
this picture,
Drake.
but it's only shown from the belly up. Well, his belly, her tits.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, you don't get any more of that. All right. Clifford.
Is anyone surprised, though, that our billionaire, real estate mogul, reality star president likes to bang hookers and porn stars?
71 or 72-year-old man, white man who
I kind of
has
figured
been
that's what
rich.
men in his position do. I wouldn't be
especially
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised because of the
He's a
type
piece
of
of
women,
garbage.
too. The type of company he's keeping. I mean, this guy's probably getting lines snorted off his boner. Like, I think Trump's a freak.
Oh, look at his face. Yeah, that's why
Look
he
at
can't
him.
talk very well.
Look at him. That could be his O face. Oh.
that is his O face when he's getting rammed in the ass.
Oh.
That's what that is.
Do you know how lucky you are? Believe me, that is the best sperm in the world.
That is an O face. Just cut it off there.
So, according to the person, the Burge, Clifford didn't allege any kind of abuse. The worst Trump had done, she said, was break promises she'd never believed he would fulfill. She claimed he'd offered to buy her a condo in Tampa, Florida, and that he'd said he wanted to feature her as a contestant in an upcoming season of Celebrity Apprentice. Why would you have a porn star in Celebrity Apprentice? I guess she's a
They'd
celebrity.
be like, no, nobody else knows who this woman is.
Everybody knows who she is. Look at the ratings. Look at the Google. How many times has she been Googled? I want to know.
Gosh, what's her order in on Pornhub? That's what I want to know.
What is her porn star rank? If it is below 30, we can't even allow this.
See, this is what I don't like about this whole thing, is it says, in any other administration, evidence, keyword evidence, that the president paid hush money to the star of Goodwill Humping during the election.
Goodwill
would be a
Humping.
Scandal.
She started Goodwill Humping.
That is awesome. I don't know. I didn't know
She
it was
probably.
a thing.
I've
I
never
didn't know it
even
was a
seen it.
thing.
I've never seen it, but I guarantee you this line's in there.
How do you like these apples?
Michelle Goldberg wrote in Times. Let's see. In this one, it has so far elicited a collective shrug. So the thing is what evidence do they actually have that this has happened? They have speculation because it doesn't say anything solid. Reportedly paid $130,000. No one knows that though. They're just saying the Wall Street Journal did it. So who the fuck knows? The Wall Street Journal just does stuff to make money. That's what any media outlet does. Trump's a piece of garbage. He probably did this. But like he's saying, $130,000 around here, sure, I'll be set for a year.
Yeah.
But I still have to work.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna tell me that they're gonna pay somebody in California, a porn star, $130,000 to keep her mouth shut?
If you have that kind of dirt on a billionaire, you don't ask for $130,000. Listen, I would even below. I think asking for $500,000 is low end.
I would guess 1.3 million.
I would make a weird random number. I'd be like, I want 1.27 mil right now. A large please, large bills. Don't fucking get. I don't want no Lincolns.
So, I don't like how they say there's evidence. I don't trust Wall Street Journal. I've seen them bash and just ruin people's lives for stuff that's either one taken out of context and they don't care. They just get the story out there, and then a month later they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we did that," but nobody ever knows that they put out a sorry. I just don't like a lot of their organization, what they've done. And here's the future when they fuck me up.
You know what, man?
I think that Trump has definitely done this. I mean, there's just
I don't know Donald Trump.
Much money? No.
I've never met Donald Trump. All I'm saying is, even a picture of Donald Trump smells like a hooker.
Especially that one.
Yeah, like I can just.
Look at those beady little eyes.
Yeah. I ain't even got look. She got an ornery ass look on her face. Like, take the picture.
I'm getting paid for this dick.
What? I think his dick is in her hand in this picture. That's why it's taken from there up.
Could be. Oh gosh.
If you just look at a picture of someone's face and picture that their dick is being grabbed at the moment that picture's taken, it makes most pictures hilarious.
Like this one.
It does. It makes most pictures pretty hilarious.
Oh.
Just gotta have fun.
Cause you gotta have fun.
You gotta have friends.
Oh.
Woo, 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 woo.
So yeah, we're gonna do the Reddit thing. We're also gonna do a React. We're gonna look more into a React video.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to react to some shit for you fuckers.
Yeah. And if you have any comments or complaints or suggestions or something you want to hear us talk about,
Where do they go?
Well, one, you can just comment on this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is
So Much Shit to Talk About podcast.
That's our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay, and then our email.
So Much Shit podcast at gmail.com. So Much Shit to Talk About podcast is our YouTube channel. Pop a like and subscribe, by the way. And then go to all of our previous videos.
And do the same thing.
Do the same shit. Pop a like. You don't have to pop a subscribe a second time. That may even unsubscribe you.
Just
So
do it the once.
So don't
just
do
hit
it.
the subscribe button once.
Just one time.
You're done.
But then
And then you'll be notified.
go fucking like some shit.
Kind of notified when we post a vid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which these days tends to be every other week.
Hopefully, we can do it next week too. And maybe the week after. And maybe the week after that. Who knows? Maybe I'll have a crazy vape pen.
His lies, they sting me like needles.
You get sick one time. You go to a trip one time. Hey, you know what? One week, it was because he wasn't here.
Hey, you know what?
He was gone.
You know
he
what?
was at his sister's house for the holidays with his family.
I just feel
La-di-da.
I feel like there's so much like tension right now. Like, does anyone see this? That was a
That's
blunt.
your vape cloud.
That was a blunt knife.
Oh yeah. So hope this video finds everybody well.
Yeah, I do too. I want it to find you, and I want it to do it well. If it does it poorly, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
He will be. He kind of is right now. And he doesn't have kombucha, so he's gonna be like on edge now. He's gonna have to get home and like chug one. See? That's what happens. When he don't get his kombucha, he gets angry.
What do you want to see us react to?
I would like to say that everyone should go and watch Dave Chappelle's specials on Netflix. Not a sponsor, but watch his specials.
Both them shits are just... God damn it, he's still royalty.
I hope that he doesn't leave again. I hope that he comes back and does some. I know in the last one he did say that he
Time to make America wait again.
Yeah, but like, I hope that that's all we have to do is wait. Like, I want to know that he's coming back, and you can't know that because you know he's not here to be a hero.
He walked away from 50 mil and lived just fine off of that for 12 years. So now that he's been given 60 mil, something tells me we may never see this man again.
But he's not trying to be a hero.
That's right.
What's he trying to do?
He's just trying to be rich.
Jabronis?
Got so much shit to talk about. Got so much shit to talk about.
We've got so much shit to talk about.